Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. We're singing for England. Well, you might not be, but I am. England against Ghana, game 2 in this incredible World Cup. And we are live with you good people for another World Cup. Watchalong 2026, England versus Ghana. There's been a couple of changes in the team. Gahey comes in for Stones and Spence comes in for O'Reilly, actually. Don't really know what that's all about. I understand the Stones one. The O'Reilly one I'm not so sure about because O'Reilly is better than Spence. Crocus from Wellington, and he is here, but he's from New Zealand, Wellington. Ghana, big game for Ghana. Not by any means a pushover, and certainly we'll be looking to get a result here tonight. Ronaldo scored a couple of goals, and hopefully we're going to see some more from Kane tonight as well. So thank you everybody for tuning in as well, and as always, if you're watching on TikTok, give us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel and share. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so yes, England team, we are sponsored by Ball Sports. I'll tell you about my bet builder in a moment, but the England team should be on your screen, which it isn't, but let me just whack it up there. Are you confident? Yeah, I mean, I think after the game last week, you would be confident. I want to see England go out there and put on a show, of course. I think they're capable of doing that. Harry, Endrit and Bent, thanks very much for your follow. Yeah, so England lining up, Pickford in goal, Spence and Reece James as the fullbacks. Gahey and Konsa back together, which I prefer than Stones, to be honest. Anderson, Rice and Bellingham, and Madueke, Gordon and Kane. No changes in the front six at all. Marcus Rashford and Saka both on the bench. I wonder if there's slight fitness issues there. Even if there isn't, it's a long tournament, and do we need to be in a rush to start Rashford and Saka, who were brilliant off the bench? And it is a long tournament. Maybe you want to keep people a bit hungry, Maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll see. As I said, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports on the stream today, which means I have got a bet builder. It's the England Watchalong. They face Ghana in their second game of this World Cup campaign. And as you know, a bet builder is one bet built up of many things. So it could be how many yellow cards there's going to be, who's going to score a goal, how many shots there'll be, etc. So I'm going to go with England to win, Harry Kane to score at any time, Bellingham to have over 1.5 shots, over 2.5 goals, and Yerienki of Ghana to be booked, who I've probably pronounced wrong, but I believe he is starting. Is he? Yes, I think he is starting. Yeah, he's the number 3, and he plays in the midfield. I think he's only 20 years old. I think he was only 20 years old. I will confirm that for you in a minute. So, yeah, that's my bet builder. Give it a go yourself. What do you think of mine? Let me know in the comments. Also, throughout this tournament, we will be, with Ball Sports, giving you some quizzes that we'll give you the answers to at half-time. So, just for fun, which England players scored against Ghana in a 2011 friendly? I tell you what, if you get that without cheating, you're very knowledgeable on England, because I would never have got that. I would never get that. I'd be going through strikers and I would never get it. Keep hold of your answer for half-time. I'll tell you who that is later. I've also got another question for you halfway through the first half, which we'll cover too at half-time. During this World Cup, Ball Sports are reminding you to bet with your head, not with your heart. Don't let your emotions muddy the waters. As always, it's 18+, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code on the screen. As I say, I've got Harry Kane to score, over 1.5 shots for Bellingham, England to win, over 2.5 goals, and Yerienki of Ghana to be booked. So let's see how I get on with that. I'm going to go with an England 3-0 win, by the way. I am quite confident that we can win this game. But let's take a little look at Ghana. We are loving this World Cup. If you are new, please do subscribe or give us a follow. We were up until 3 a.m. this morning watching Norway against Senegal. Aren't Norway so likeable as well? They really are. Such a likeable team, doing the roo at the end, scoring lots of goals, fair play. They are doing very, very well, and I'm pleased with what they're up to. So Yerienki, he's only 20. He plays in Denmark for Nordsjælland. Thomas Partey, is he starting, Mark? Yes, he's starting. He plays for Villarreal, formerly of Arsenal. We've also got Sibo in the midfield, who plays for Oviedo. Their front three is Williams, Ayew and Semenyo. You should know some of these players very, very well. Williams is the brother of Nico Williams, but plays for Ghana. He's 32 now, plays for Bilbao. Ayew plays for Leicester City. He's now 34. And obviously you'll know who Semenyo is because he plays for Manchester City. Quite an old attack, if we're being completely honest. Although they do have a 21-year-old called Bar, who plays in Saudi, and a 22-year-old called Numa, who plays in Lyon. And Adu's 22, he plays at Victoria Pleasant. And Thomas Asante, who plays for Coventry. Defensively, in goal, they've got Azar, who is plays for Hearts of Oak. Their back four is Sanaya, Adachi, Apoku, and Menza. Menza plays for Auxerre. Sanaya plays for Auxerre. And who were the centre backs I said? I've forgotten the names now. Adechi and Apoku. Adechi plays for Wolfsburg and Apoku plays for Istanbul. So there we go. We should win this game. Ultimately, we should win this game. Semenyu's a fantastic player, but England should be winning. Yeah. Where's Mateus Fernandes going to stay up, says G. Thankfully, we're doing a World Cup watch-along for England, and I don't have to talk about it, which is just great for me. Absolutely great. Yeah. Loving that at the moment. Loving the World Cup, and loving all of your company as usual as well. Thank you so much. We've got nearly 8,000 watching on YouTube already. Please do share the video. SK says my wife's just left me. What a time to do it. I mean, that's she's got the finishing skills of Erling Haaland. Right before an England game. What a time. I mean, that is a finishing move, that is. Sign her up for the WWE. Bloody hell. That is harsh. I mean, that is a finisher, isn't it? That is a finish. I'm leaving you right before England comes on the telly. I mean, you're just not going to try and talk it through. You're not going to say, let's talk about it. You know, hold on a minute. You're just going to have to take it. That is absolutely ruthless. I'll tell you what, if she was playing up front for Ghana, she'd win the Golden Boot. For finishing like that. Amazing. It says it's finishing like Ronaldo. No, she can finish. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Ronaldo scored 2 goals today. Fair play. I was very happy for him. Very happy for him. Here we go. Don't know what the weather's like, but we are in Boston. We're in Boston today. Oh, just had a bloody message. What's this? Seb can't work the telly. I'll be 10 seconds tops. I was going to say, he's 8 years old. He's got better tech skills than me. Panicking. They can't get the telly to work. Right, I'm back in time anyway. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Thanks for the new follows on TikTok, late LH as well. Appreciate you. Whew. So I'm not unfit. It's just it's so humid. That's what unfit people say. It is really. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's very hot in the UK at the moment. Certainly. How are we all doing? Let us know where you're watching from. Ready to go here. Why are you not standing up? I normally do stand up for England, but it's so bloody hot. It's like every room in the house is like a sauna. That I don't want to pass out. I've got me water. So we'll see how it goes as the game goes on. But we're ready to go. I hope you all are as well. I've got to work tonight. I'm going to miss the game, says Shellfish. Well, we'll keep you up to date. What are you looking for tonight, everybody? I think for me, it's not just about the result. It's about the performance. I've never seen England start a World Cup like they did against Croatia. And when I say start, we were even better in the second half. We could have scored 6 goals. So I want to see a performance, and I think Tuchel will demand that. So yeah, I mean, scoreline win, but realistically, a thoroughly good performance from England would be absolutely fantastic. Because I think that there's so many people in the World Cup at the moment. Carlos Queiroz used to be at United. There's so many people at United who, there's so many people in this tournament who are delivering. Only 19 degrees in Boston today, by the way. Strangely cool. So this should play into our hands quite good. It is literally only 19 degrees. It's going to be 28 degrees tomorrow and sunny, and 27 on Thursday. So yeah, freezing cold in Boston. It's currently 34 degrees where I live, and it's 9 o'clock at night. This is very... I mean, if you got 34 degrees at midday in the UK, you'd think this is a result. It's 9 o'clock at night. It will be humid in Boston, though, says everybody there. Right, we're about to start. So, yeah, I want to see a confident England, an arrogant England. Yeah, I can deal with that. Oh, we're not very good at being good winners, though, are we, Mark? You know, we're really good at being, you know, good losers. No, I want to see big result here from England. And I think it can happen. Is this the stadium with the dinner hall behind it, behind the goal on the right? It's Boston anyway, and it's Declan Rice kicking us off. Thank you so much, everybody tuning in. Make sure you are sharing the video if you're on YouTube. Let's see how many we can get. I think we have 23,000 for the Croatia game, so share, get involved. Thanks everyone who's given us a follow on TikTok as well, and let's see what we see from it. Oh, there's a car on this. Oh no, it's not. It's an advertising thing. I thought that car was going to hit Anthony Gordon then. Did you see it? The Hyundai ad. There was a bloody car there, and out the corner of my eye, I thought it was a real car. I was like, save Anthony Gordon. It was an advert. Thank God for that. Yeah, that finishing girlfriend thing, I was walking up the stairs and I thought, I got clipped last night on TikTok because of how many donuts can you prop somewhere on your body. It was a late night stream. So that finisher is definitely going to... It'll be on TikTok already. Tell us if it's on TikTok already. Will, thanks for the follow. Evan Reed as well. Can you poll if we should knight Tuchel if we bring it home? Yeah, can we do that later in the tournament? Amen. Because that just sounds to me like the sort of thing that I do a poll on it, right? We get knocked out in the round of 32 and everyone takes the piss out of us forever. Yeah. Right, get a damn beer, Mark. Let's go. I'm not getting a beer at Grand Prairie. I'm not feeling it tonight. I might have a beer. Let's see at half time. And TV Technician Bridge says, here's, I'm just catching up on some super chats. Clinical Poacher, she left him for me, says Grand Prairie. Breaking news, Bruno assisted Ronaldo. Who is James? Is Delo better than him? Sorry, I just got into football, says Andy US. Reece James, one of the best right backs in Europe when he's fit. Yeah, good player. Thanks for all those super chats. Right, we're caught up. If you want to do those, we'll read them out. Do the $ on YouTube. Thank you so much. England just knocking it about a bit here. Knocking it around. Composed. Ghana probably going to sit in and counter, let's be honest. And actually, is it a bad idea? Do we judge them for that? They have got pace on the break. We've hit nearly 11,000 watching already on YouTube. Thank you so much. We're in that strange stage, aren't we, really, where, you know, we had an amazing game against Croatia, and it's now almost like people are waiting for us to fail. And it's like Arsenal next season. They've won the league, and now people will be waiting for them to fail. And the hardest thing is to go and do it again. And that's what England have got to do here. They've got to go again. They've got to win again. Can they do it again? Well, I think they can. I think a bit of patience at the start of the game. That's a good ball out to Reece James. Into Madueke. That's it. Get a good feel of the ball early on. Play with a bit of confidence. That's what we want to see. I like this from England. You know, let's have 90% possession and, you know, tire them out. Good play by Madueke down the right-hand side. Needs a bit of support. Loads of yellow shirts back for Ghana. That's a lovely ball into Bellingham. He's got a bit of space. Goes wide. It's a bad ball by Bellingham, though. Goes out for a throw-in miles away. Yeah, he got that wrong. He got that wrong. Oh shit, I've lost me live chat for a moment there. Thanks for the follow, Slow and Aiden and Alfie.new. Just filling a little bit of time while I try and find my YouTube live chat. There it is, got it back. Thank you so much. I tell you what, Semenyo looks big, doesn't he? There's a ball over the top, and he's offside for Ghana there. I think momentarily we thought that he might have slipped away and got through and beat the offside trap, but no. All three goalkeepers for England have featured for Carlisle, says Mr. Tomba. Oh, here we go. Mate, we're watching England. This is the World Cup. This is actually a very good game. And we have a super chat like this. You're in knight's armour with a claymore sword versus a silverback gorilla. Who wins? Me. Easy. Do you think Southgate is shouting pass sideways at the TV? It's a Sphere fan. I wonder if Southgate watches, really. He probably does. It's 29 degrees in the house at the moment. Come on, England. We've got a hospital appointment Thursday, and that place is a sauna on a good day, says Becky. Lovely. Ooh, ref. No, he won't. We don't get fouls for that anymore. But Madueke's on the ball. We do get fouls for that. It's a chance to whip across in here for England. Good play. Good play. So, good chance to whip this in. Put it in on the goalkeeper. Absolutely put this in on the goalkeeper. I'm telling you now. I've played the game. Put it right in on the goalie. No messing about. Right in. Nah, it's the wrong foot, that is. Needed to be a left footer. Have we got a left footer that could curl that in? Who's left footed in the England team? That needed to be curled in on the goalkeeper, that. That was not a good free kick. It was curled away from the goalkeeper. Lovely stuff. Right. I've sorted it. Ow. What's that on my head? Oh, that hurts. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. Sorry, I'm having conversations with myself here. Yeah, I just feel that, as I was saying before, I feel that this game, if we don't do well, will be an opportunity. But we just love moaning in England, and it is hot. So if we don't do well tonight, everyone will go, oh, here we go. Should have kept Southgate. Knew it was a one-off. Knew it was too good to be true. We're not gonna get through the group. And I actually just want to see a good performance. That's a lovely ball. Good defending. Bellingham nearly got there. Both gone down. Referee's going to hold up the play. I like England in this tournament because Tuchel has them playing together. No individuals here. Believe every player is important, says Constantine. Yeah, we've got such great options from the bench, whether it be Morgan Rogers, Marcus Rashford, Saka at the moment. Even for whatever reason, Jed Spence is starting. I mean, he always has done well for England, as surprising as that is. O'Reilly's on the bench. And I do think people like Watkins, Tony, Kwanzaa, these are Mainu, Eze, these are players that can have a big part to play. So we've got a good squad. But I do think so much of it relies on Harry Kane. I think if we lost Harry Kane, we would be in bother. Ghana there, competitive. They're down the right-hand side. And Anderson does well. That goes out for a goal kick. Do you think Southgate... thank you very much. Did that one from Fearfam. Vinny! Vinny! Hey, Vinny! Vinny! Hey, Vinny, what are you doing on TikTok, Vinny? Hey, Vinny! Vinny, Sarah, and Dylan, thanks for your follows. I appreciate you. Why no England shirt? I legitimately would have worn an England shirt. I am wearing this T-shirt because it's the thinnest T-shirt I have. It's basically like wearing air, and it's bloody hot. So, yes, notably, I'm not in my England tracksuit. I'm not in an England top because I would literally melt. Because most football tops, as you know, ain't known for their, lightness. So... Oliver says it's black. Yeah, I'm not going to conduct heat inside, mate. If I was outside, black is a stupid colour to wear as a T-shirt because it conducts heat. But inside, I'd be fine. Why not wear a vest, says Miss? Because it's hot in the UK and any female people watching would be passing out. In fact, no, I am diverse. Let's be honest, males might be passing out as well. Me in a vest ain't fair enough. It's hot enough in the UK. England's... I don't own a vest, is the truth. England's bench... on day, Mark, better than anyone else. I think France have got a good bench. Harry Kane into Bellingham should have hit it in the congested box. The right move was to hit it, and he tried to get a touch. Why no AC? I've got a mini thing on that just circulates the air. It's pretty good, but we're not really an air conditioning country because we only get about 6 hot days a year. And when I say hot days where it's oppressive, I mean 25 degrees in the UK, your house is fine. It's just when it goes over 30. I'm not standing up because I'll get too hot. Palestri to Chelsea in 24 hours. What do you think? What? You've signed Palestri? What, former Man United player Palestri? Can't be right, Sam. Not a single United player in the England starting 11. Just shows how far we have fallen. Makes me sad, and I'm not even English, says Joke. Not a single Liverpool player in the squad. I'll take this rain as long as there's no thunder, says Lim. I don't think there is any thunder forecast. Hopefully. Durkan and Lucas, thanks for your follows. Anderson is brilliant as the anchor, playing like that Carrick role well. Do you think we need Anderson and Rice? It's a lovely ball by Anderson out to Madueke. To be fair, Ghana are well organised at the back at the moment. Madueke, lovely ball. Come on, Reece. Go on, Reece. Get in! Oh! Good play between Madueke and Reece James. And the cutback was there, and I thought Anthony Gordon was going to get it, but he didn't. Almost. Almost. I'm going to learn for the guitar. It's coming home. I picked up a vintage AIG with black stripe across Giggs jersey yesterday, and I'm very happy, says Ryan. Mark, someone just stole my identity. Midnight here in the UAE, but going to stay up and watch it with you. Come on, England, says Vinny. Vinny! Vinny! Hey, Vinny! Lovely stuff. Are you doing any late games tonight, Mark? No, not tonight. I'm doing Brazil. We're doing the 8 o'clock game tomorrow. We'll talk about it half time, but I'm doing Brazil Scotland at 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow night. Loved Norway Senegal last night. Well, basically subscribe to the channel or give us a follow if you're on TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube. We're doing loads of watch-alongs on That's Football, and England is the team for me, of course, and maybe for some of you, but we've done so many great games, and Norway Senegal last night was brilliant. It was not a chore staying up till 3 a.m. to watch that. Loved it. Have you seen any of the Ancelotti Endrick memes, says Param? No. Let's see what happens with this free kick. Rice. Oh, just over the bar. And this is the stadium with the dinner hall behind it. Palastri, apologies, bloody spelling, says Sam. Thank you. Palastra. Everyone seems to know the score. They've seen it all before. They just know. I tell you what, I was saying this to somebody today down at the shop. They were asking me about England, and I said, "Oh, Harry Kane's down." I said, honestly, I've always loved Three Lions and World in Motion, but probably for the last 10 years I've been faking it. But this year's the first year that I feel like happy. John Terry. That's it. Oh, Harry Kane's up. He's all right. Greetings from the Dutch, says Sven. I tell you what, last night for the Norway game, we were getting infiltrated big time by Norwegians. Which sounds sinister, but basically there was a lot of Norwegians in both chats. It was great. Do you think England want to tie this game? Says Albert. Why would we want to tie the game? We want to finish top of the group, definitely. Played by Rice. Cuts it back. Shoot, Gordon. Shoot, Anderson. Shoot, Madueke. Oh, somebody shoot. We seem a bit hesitant on the shot. I think Gordon could have had a shot there. I think Colombia can top their group. Yeah, we'll talk about that at half time. They're defending for their lives, says Jeans. Off topic, but you like Digne. Looked class yesterday, says Sam. Digne? Anthony Gordon here. Looking more lively and getting more of the ball than he did against Croatia, to be fair. I like Anthony Gordon. I like the fact that we've got competition for places because I do think Rashford can be very valuable. Rice! Blocked, corner. I do think Marcus Rashford starting games is a good idea, but I also think he can be good off the bench as well. No, I don't want England to tie this game. I want England to win this game. What do you think of Harry Maguire, says Riley? I mean, I like Harry Maguire as a Man United player, but I really don't think we needed him in an England squad. He'd be sat on a bench. So he may as well be sat on a beach. That's my motto. I'd rather sit on a beach than sit on a bench. How's the toe? Better today, Tony. Had a bad toe. Yeah. Corner from Rice. Headed away. Let it go, Reece. That's right. I like this stadium. It's very quirky. It's got a bridge. It's got a dinner hall at one end. It's got a bridge at the other. It's a quirky stadium. 80% possession for England in the last few minutes. Reece James again. Dominant England performance, by the way. Oh, headed away. Don't give a foul for that, you knobhead. Who are you? It's the World Cup, mate. It's not the bloody Premier League. We don't give fouls for that. Oh, who's this ref? Don't start ruining it. Oh, you Taylor in disguise. Oh, you Taylor in disguise. Would you take Konza at Man United, says Ken? No, not really. We're all right. But he's a good player. I'll tell you where I think Konza would be a good signing. Chelsea. They need an experienced centre-back. And I tell you what I like about Gahey and Konza. That's a foul. Yeah, shut up. I like that they can't be done for pace. Konza and Guéhi, you're going to need that later in the tournament against the likes of Mbappe, against the likes of Haaland, against the likes of Brobbey, etc. Do you think Mainu will come on, says Johans? Problem with Maguire is the media noise, says Jack. But it's not a problem, is it? He's been dropped. He wasn't happy about it. And, you know, you move on. It's fine. "20 minutes gone. We're going to hear hydration break. It's been a bit of a frustrating break as well. But look, it might play into our hands. England's last 32 game will be a 5 p.m. kickoff next Wednesday if we top the group. But then our last 16 game will be 1 a.m. Contrast. Tiger, thanks for your follow. And Alex as well. Hassan says the media noise on Trent is a lot bigger. Mate, I don't care about Trent, Maguire, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Luke Shaw. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. Because ultimately, we had 8 years of Southgate's nepotism and favouritism. So let's have a, you know, we've now got a manager who's ruthless. So I don't care. Another clash of heads here. Look. We're going to have games like this in the tournament. If you think about the last 32 game, we'll probably be playing a team that finishes third. So we're probably going to have to play teams that are difficult. Bandit says, are you going to watch Mexico, Czech Republic? Well, we'll check that at half time. Referee's having a word with Harry Kane here. Jude Bellingham is the youngest England player to 50 caps. Yeah, as I said, we're gonna get games like this where we're playing against teams that aren't willing to, you know, come out and play. Everyone, so I'm aware the carousel's gone. Reece James was the person with the head collision there. Just while this is going on, because we've got a little bit of a break, don't forget we're sponsored by Boyle Sports on the stream. I've got my bet builder going where I put a load of things into one bet and I need them all to come off to get the outcome. So I've got England to win, Harry Kane to score at any time, Bellingham over 1.5 shots, over 2.5 goals, Ghana's Yerienki to be booked as well. Get involved by using stats form and listening to your head over your heart. Back yourself to get it right. And don't forget, I also asked you a question for half time. Which country has become the first ever to host World Cup matches in 3 different tournaments? So which country has been a host in 3 separate World Cup tournaments? I'll give you the answer to that and who scored a goal against Ghana for England in 2011. No prizes, just for fun. Back yourself with Boyle Sports. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. And that's perfect timing because we're back up and running now. Although the referee is going to blow in a minute for a bloody hydration break as well. It's like a bloody Premier League game, this. Are you worried about this from England? No. No, no, no. No. I'm Mr. Positive Bridge when it comes to England. We are in a long tournament where patience will be needed against different types of teams. Sometimes we're going to be defending under the cosh. Sometimes we're going to be playing teams that park the bus. Croatia pressed us a bit higher up the pitch. Ghana have parked the bus. These things will stand us in good stead, certainly. And if anything, I don't mind playing a low block. It'll give us confidence when we break it. And boy, we will break it. We're going to break this lock. We're going to crack this code. Come on, lads. Here's Reece James. Gets it out to Madueke. Have him on toast. Go on. Reece James. Decent. Nah, crap cross. Crossing needs to be better. Well done, Elliot Anderson. Semenyo sends him to the floor. Referee gives the foul. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Mexico's the answer, Mark, says Jason. Thanks for ruining it. Thanks for ruining it, Jason. He did do a £5 super chat, though, but it was for half time. But yeah, thanks, Jason. I've noticed referee quite a lot in this game, says Tom. Yeah, he's not the typical World Cup referee. He's very much giving a lot of soft free kicks. Albert says, I feel another hydration break here. I feel the quality of this World Cup has gone up. More nations being more competitive. I think after several iterations, we will see even more quality, says Albert. Queres teams are very good defensively. That's how we got results with Iran against Argentina, Spain and Portugal. Yeah, so Ghana basically parked the bus then. Simple. AK11, thanks for your follow. The media noise is the reason those players got left out, says Jack. I've just realised it's a hydration break, so it's a chance for me to stretch the legs in my shorts. There we go. I don't think we're getting much from Jed Spence down the left-hand side. I don't know whether Nico Riley's carrying a bit of a knock, but I don't feel like we're getting that much out of him. I'd like to see a little bit more, if I'm being completely honest. We've got nearly 20,000 people watching, by the way. Please do share the video on YouTube and make sure you subscribe. Just while we've got the hydration break, please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. We're on 1.488 million. So we're on 488,000. We're 500 away from 489,000. And soon we'll be counting down to 1.5 million. So please do subscribe, get involved. Daily content on That's Football. I put out a transfer daily today talking about Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. We've had two transfers, of course. Sorry, we've had two watch-alongs today. Yeah. There's Pro. Okay, come on. You can sense frustration with Tuchel, not with his players, but with the way the game is going. Charlie and David, thanks for your follows. I'm going to have a sip of water as well. I'll have a hydration break. There's David Beckham. And Gary Neville. No, it's not Gary. That's his son. Not Gary Neville's son. David Beckham's son. Gary won't be there because he's in New York. I saw him on ITV. How cold is your water? That is... It's not cold. It's not room temperature. I'd say it's somewhere between room temperature and chilled. It's not that cold, but I quite like it like that. We're talking about temperature of water in the first 28 minutes here. You don't get this on Sky. Yeah, not necessarily a good sign, but look, England are probing. Remember, England's final game is Panama as well, so we should still top the group, even if we draw this game. But of course, we want to win. Daniel says it's not coming home. Why are fans booing during the hydration break? Because it's 19 degrees in Boston and you don't need a hydration break, basically. It is becoming quite a frustration in the grounds, apparently, with a lot of the European fans, because they're basically watching a game of football that they'd watch in Europe for 45 minutes and halfway through a half having to stop for 3 minutes for a hydration break that they don't need. So, yeah. Good tackle there by Garner. Anthony Gordon gives the foul up. This ref's a bit shit. He's definitely stopping the game way more than normal. This does have a bit of a Premier League vibe to it at the moment. Yeah. Is Arteta coaching Garner? Tiago says, well, the fans should keep up the booing. FIFA can't ignore that. The needless breaks are frustrating. Is it gin and tonic or water? Be honest. It's definitely... It'd be a very flat gin and tonic, mate, because there's literally no bubbles in that. Look. It's crystal clear. Marco Palastri to Chelsea. Absolute class as a wing-back, says Max, another Chelsea fan. I wasn't aware of this deal. Yeah. Plays for Inter Milan, doesn't he? Sorry, Atalanta. An Italian at Chelsea. They've had a few. Eru says, was that a hydration break? What's going on here? Ayu's got a bandage on his head from a head clash. Imagine the hydration break in the Premier League, Champions League would be madness, says Galio. Well, mate, it could happen. It better not bloody happen, but it could. Eru says this is a bit of a sleepy game. What can we do but yawn? Sir Vix is so bored in his living room, he might start a Mexican wave. Unfortunately, some teams approach games like this. I can't say too much because it sounds very English biased, but I think this style of football is disgusting. Which is why the referee should stop giving soft fouls. The best antidote to park the bus football is to let the game flow. More free kicks, the easier they can, get back into shape and everything like that. We need the game to flow more. Can't get Kane in the game. Look how many players are around him. Rice into Anderson. Madueke down that right hand side. Go on, shoot Bellingham. That was a shot, but it's blocked. Spence there. Out to Madueke. He's got to keep probing. Go on. That's a good cross. Ghana clear it away. This is better. Madueke loses it. These fouls are stupid. This ref is shit. It's like watching the Premier League game. He's so shit. That's not even a foul, look. He just falls over. We've not been giving these fouls. We haven't seen these fouls being given. He is. He's like a fucking PGMOL knobhead. That there is exactly what's been good about this tournament. When the defender simulates a foul to get out of trouble, we haven't been seeing fouls for that. I can't stand them type of fouls. You know when the defender's in trouble and they just dive. Oh, good cross, Gordon. Well, it wasn't good enough though because they cleared it. Why are England playing a 3-down underdog, says Grand Prairie? Palestra was a Serie A defender of the season, says Max. Speaking of water, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. Any concerns with this game being played at the scene of the crime, Mark, says Alpha. Whoosh. 2 hydration breaks in 1 half, says Jason. Jazzy says, my dad says it's coming home, so I told him I was coming out. I'm now homeless. Sleepy game. What can we do but yawn, says Eru. Anthony Gordon is not it, says Danny. Max, thanks very much for the follow. A draw is a win for Ghana. Well, they beat Panama, didn't they? So they'd be through with 4 points. If you're in Ghana's situation, you just want to get through, don't you? So 3 points from Panama and then a point against Croatia or England and you're through with 4, definitely. Anderson's a Bentley, says Alex. Probably been the best player on the pitch. I will be doing a player rating show afterwards as normal. Thoughts on Bruno and Portugal today, Mark, says Pistol. I was watching bits of it. It's very hard to judge teams when they're playing Haiti or Uzbekistan, if we're being honest. But they got the job done. And Ronaldo got 2 goals. Sack the manager at half-time, go for 3. What are they doing, says Grand Prairie. What's this go for 3 thing? Mixter says England need to up the tempo. It's a bit too easy for Ghana. Good play by Madueke to the touchline. Gets the cross in. Declan Rice over the bar. The Arsenal connection there, but his header was too much. That's better though. Bit more direct. I think when you're playing a low block, you've got to speed the game up, try and put some crosses in the box. Jonathan says, I'm spreading the good vibes. Mark, your channel has entertained me for years. So glad to see you get investment from the overlap too. Excited to see where this community goes. Keep up the good work. I love it. Thank you, Jonathan, for your positivity in the chat. Michael and Frankie G and L1N18, thanks for your follows. United Studio says, Ronaldo and Portugal teamwork improved so much from versus Congo. They're looking scary now. But that's like saying they weren't very good against Everton, but they've just played an FA Cup game against Dover and look really good. Like, Uzbekistan ain't very good, are they? So, however Portugal looked, let's see what they do against Colombia, which I'm looking forward to on Saturday night. Ronaldo scored 2 and still getting hate, says Pistol. I'm just glad he scored. I think it was an overreaction, but you're always going to get noise around Ronaldo, aren't you? Good play by Gahey there. What the fuck is this ref? He is absolutely abysmal, this referee. I've loved the officiating in this tournament, but he's absolutely shite. He really is fucking rubbish. He's ruining this game. This ref and Ghana are ruining this game. Why are they not letting England win 3-0? Jazz in the Void has just gifted 50 memberships on YouTube. You're an absolute gentleman, sir. If you got one, say thanks. Kian, thanks for your follow. Mo as well. And AJ. God, it's nearly half time already. Yeah, Rajas says the ref didn't get the memo. Doesn't feel like it. Don't go backwards. Got to go forwards. Think any subs could change the game? Well, we will bring subs on, but in fairness to the players, I don't think it's a poor performance from any players. Oh God. That's a dive. You can see he dived. You doing any watch-alongs on Friday, Marks, as captain? I'll tell you the schedule at half-time. That's what I normally do. Go on, Rice. Go on, Rice. I tell you what, we just cannot get Harry Kane in the game at all. He's on 2 goals in the tournament. Same with Ronaldo. But at the moment, we just cannot get him in the game. They are watching him like a hawk. Here's Gordon. Offside. Frustrating. It's frustrating at the moment. There's no two ways about it. You can't begrudge Ghana doing this because a point for them puts them through, but it is very frustrating. Is this same old England, says Soccer? Nah, I think it's hard. Jahek, thank you very much for your follow. Yeah, I think it's hard to break them down at the moment. I mean, they've been no threat themselves, have they, Ghana? But they have been well organised defensively. Another foul. And a yellow card. This ref's shite. He's absolutely shit. He's so bad. But to be fair, he did catch him. He did catch him, to be fair. I'll take it back. He did catch him. I didn't think he'd caught him at all. I thought it was a dive. Fair enough. When I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. That's the brilliance of me, and that's why I'm so humble. I got it wrong. It was a foul. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It's going to be not a lot to talk about at half-time, although here's Semenyo. He's done very well. He'll dive here. Watch him. Good tackle by Konza. Get rid of it, Rice. Don't be fucking about. Well done, Anderson. He's going to dive. Ayu's going to dive. No. England look. Sorry, I'll come back to that. Sarkis, thanks for your follow. Calvin as well. Martin, 2. Low block Gordon and Madueke no good. Need to bring on Eze, Saka and Mainu or Rodgers and put Bellingham in the 8. Well, there's a load of England players warming up there. I wonder, you know, with Tuchel, how he changed it at half-time against Croatia. Very tactically adaptable coach. So he will make changes if he needs to. And a corner for Ghana now. John Rex says this is exactly how Congo played. Parked the bus, crowd out the centre and put 2 men on Kane. Boring football. When they get tired, it will open up. Yeah, to be honest, we want teams like this out of the World Cup. Ivory Coast play good football. Morocco, play good football. Norway, play good football. USA, play good football. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch Ghana play anybody else like this. I understand it. I know you've got to do it. I did it in Baller League myself, but you know, it is a bit hard to watch. Don't say Southgate ball. Ghana is parking the bus, says Mon. Cross is so predictable from England and the refs are jokes, says Eru. Rio from Liverpool would have been perfect for this, says Mickey. And Marvel says it's snoring, not boring. England looks drunk from reading papers. The Black Stars are legit. Second half bet is Ghana. England has no bite, says Grand Prairie. And is this same old England, says Soccer. No, I think you're low IQ if you're having a pop at England for this. That ball's not out, Reese. FIFA 26 Gamer, thanks for your follow. Mainu is better than Anderson, says Ryan. I mean, that's not true. I like Mainu, but he's not better than Anderson. Skunk says England are only good against Croatia on Zimmer frames. Mate, I think France would be 0-0 at half-time here. I think Spain would be 0-0 at half-time here. It's a team that's parking the bus. It's a corner to England. It's frustrating. You've just got to keep our mentality. And when the goal goes in, we can go up yours, shove your bus up your arse. I think Tuchel will make changes at half-time. I don't think he's the sort of person with that squad that feels an obligation to just stick with things how they are. I think he will make changes at half-time, which we'll talk about at half-time. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Not the most scintillating of games here, but it's half-time. Well, it's not quite half-time yet. We've got a corner from Rice. Can he find Kane again? No. And Ghana just blast the shit out of the ball. I mean, that's composure for you, isn't it? You have the ball under no pressure. What do? Blast the shit out of it up to the other end of the half. Lovely stuff. And then Pickford does it. Slim says, has Kane had a touch? He's not in the game much. He's been marked out of the game. Gary says, I'm your biggest fan ever, and I'm a Man United fan. That's a good combo. Hi, Mark. Your favourite will happen. England wins on a long throw at the death, says Grand Prairie. Come on, lads. We've got about 5 minutes here. Becky Hale says, Ghana are playing for a draw, and this referee's from the Premier League. You know what we need to do? We need to be a bit clever here. Ghana are winning free kicks by diving to take the pressure off their low block. We need to start doing the same. Get them a couple of their players booked. Bellingham. He won't keep that in. Goal kick. Deschamps' mother passed away. He will miss the game on Friday, says Mr. Tomba. That's very sad because that's a big game for France on Friday, isn't it? Southgate is loving Ghana's tactics, says Fearfam. This is how Portugal versus Congo played out, if you watched it, says Pistol. I don't remember that game. Maybe because it was shit. I don't really remember it. I didn't do it as a watch-along, but I normally do watch them, even if I'm not doing the watch-along. Delt says, if Ghana wins this, will you start pronouncing Semenyu's name properly? Much love. Well, I just did. Semenyu, Delt. That's 2 games in a row where Gordon is absent, says Kiru. We were getting him into the game in the first 20 minutes. I just don't think Spence at left back has done much at all. I think he's been the invisible man, Spence. He's on the ball now, but I don't think he looks like it's working at all. Here's Kane. Go on then, Harry. Go on then, Harry. Oh, deflected for a corner. That's what we want to see. Another corner. We've had a few corners, haven't we? It's our third corner. Great defending. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be fair to Ghana. I understand why they're doing it. It's just boring to watch. And they are doing it very well. Oh, I'd like a Big Mac. Rice with the corner. Nah. Yet again. Any bets tonight, Mark? Says Slim. Yeah, I've got my bet builder, which is England to win, Harry Kane to score at any time, Bellingham to have over 1.5 shots. He's definitely had 1 shot already, over 2.5 goals, and Yirienki for Ghana to get booked. A few of them things haven't happened yet, but that is my bet builder tonight. Oh, that's a good ball into the gap. Madueke. I thought he was going to win a penalty there. Felt like he was waiting for the contact, but Elliot Anderson's there. Oh, come on. I think Elliot Anderson didn't need to do what he did there. I think he could have just took it into his stride and moved forward. Jerome says, any Jamaicans here? Well, let us know in the chat. Just type the country that you're from. What are we supposed to do against the defensive team, says Mon. This is going to be 0-0 at half time. Nearly 20,000 people watching on YouTube. You're absolute legends. Thank you so much for getting involved. Please click and subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We are getting closer to 489,000. We're only 300 away. So if you haven't subscribed, click and subscribe. Get involved with the YouTube channel. Daily content here. I'll tell you what our next watch-alongs are at half-time, as we always do. Loads of this World Cup still to come. Virtually 4 weeks of it. How long will England be in it? I think after Croatia we thought it was coming home. I think after today we're not so sure. Bellingham left one in there. Bit of a frustrated tackle from Bellingham, to be fair. Rob says we've not had a shot on target. I'll look at the stats in a minute. Max says, when you say Garner, I think you're talking about James Garner. Yeah, James Garner's doing a great job here, all on his own against England's starting 11. That's half-time. And a truly forgettable half in this World Cup. There will be bad games. There will be frustrating games. I think Harry Kane is having a word with the referee about something. He said 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'd say it'll be something to do with the stop-start nature of the game. Jude Bellingham getting involved in something a little bit here. Yeah, kicking off a little bit. That's good. This is good. I like this. I like this. Shows a bit of passion from both sides. I think Bellingham left it in on a pop coup and he wasn't happy, but a little bit of passion there is never a bad thing. Who would have thought England will give you your first 0-0? Oh my God. No! No, Pistol. I don't do 0-0s and England ain't going to do it. That's not going to happen. That cannot happen. That will not happen. We will not let that happen. It can't happen. It won't happen. I haven't done a 0-0 in a major tournament for about... I don't remember the last time I did a 0-0. Someone in the chat will, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's have a quick look at the stats. We've got a lot to get through at half-time. Games we're going to do over the next few days, etc. Fundamentally, I think a very frustrating game. As Premier League fans are very aware of those. Why is Micah Richards wearing my mum's top? I knew she was moaning about that the other day. She wondered where it had gone. Anyway, let's come back to this. So it looks very nice, actually. Suits him better than her. Let's have a look at the stats here. So what I would say about the performance from England so far is that you will get these types of games. We saw it with Spain against Cape Verde. We saw it with Portugal against Congo. Some of these nations know that 4 points puts them through to the knockout stage, which is success for them. You've got to remember that the smaller nations, some teams' success is a quarter-final. Some teams' success is a semi-final. Some teams' success is winning it. And some teams, it's getting out of the group. Like, some countries haven't actually got out of the group before. So, for Ghana, getting out of the group is everything. So, this is their cup final. If we get a point here, we're through to the group. We're through to the knockout. So, don't begrudge what Ghana are doing. They are defending very well. But as an England fan, it's frustrating, as it would be if it was France or Spain or Portugal. So we cannot dismiss the fact that Ghana have played very well. It's just frustrating from what we saw with England last week. But they're surrounding Harry Kane. There's not a lot of space, and they're not even. Some teams, when they park the bus, they funnel down the flank, just allowing crosses to come in. They're not really allowing us to do that either. So we've got to go. Look, we've got to do better. Basically, we've got to do better. 78% possession for England, 6 shots on target, 6 shots not on target. Ghana have had no shots at all and no shots on target with 22% possession. I mean, you couldn't park the bus more, obviously. Pass completion rate of 95%. I mean, look, if you score a goal, Ghana's look at what Ghana have done in this game. If you score a goal, Ghana's whole game plan is gone. So I expect Tuchel at half-time to come out and change things. He's done that consistently well throughout his career, and I think he will do that again. The General Kylian Mbappe says, Mark, as an Irishman, this Ghanaian parking the bus is a thing of beauty. It's actually wonderful. There'll be a lot of people liking what Ghana are doing. You know, it's a bit like Gold Devils against KSI's Prime. You know, we parked the bus, but people wanted us to park the bus and beat them. So there will be a lot of people admiring this, staunch, well-organised Ghana defence at the moment. And in a way, I do. I just want England to win. I'm not questioning the squad selection, but Phil Foden would be useful in a match like this, says Yash. I don't think so. You've got, on the bench, you've got Mainu, you've got Saka, you've got Eze, you've got Rodgers. I don't think Phil Foden would be the key to this game. I don't. Dad's side Jamaican, mum's side Grenadian, says Marcus. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that as well. What's your favourite genre? No, I'm not doing that, Peter. There's a clear lack of creativity, Cole Palmer. Look, Ishan, the same answer to the Phil Foden fan. If Phil Foden or Cole Palmer were needed at this World Cup, maybe they should have turned up for Man City and Chelsea this season, because I like both players, but they didn't deserve to get picked because they didn't have a good enough season for their clubs. You can't sit here saying Palmer or Foden should be here when they didn't do enough to get picked. Ghana is Arsenal of African football. A bit fun, says Eru. And hi Mark, way too slow. Konsa dallying on the ball. Anderson hiding. Gordon terrible on the left. Very worrying, says CM. Barca can't believe Gordon, says Andrew. And who would have thought England will give you first 0-0? We've done that one as well. Thanks for your follow, Pastor and King Lino. Really appreciate you. And everyone that's given us a follow on TikTok. You're very much appreciated. And thanks everybody who's subscribing on YouTube, by the way. We're getting close to 489,000. So thanks for everybody who is subscribing. Click and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Now, right, we spoke about England there. Not a lot much more to talk about, to be honest with you. We just need the second half to kick in. Let me talk to you about what we've got coming up for you over the next few days. Basically, it's the final round of the groups coming up. So we should start be able to figure out who's going to be playing in the knockouts next week. Obviously, we're doing England, Ghana at the moment. Other games that are going on today in the World Cup, you've got Panama against Croatia kicking off at midnight. If you want to watch that, I'm not. And Colombia are playing Congo at 3 a.m., which I'm not watching. Our next watch-along is 8 o'clock tomorrow night, which is the end of Group B, where Switzerland are playing Canada and Bosnia are playing Qatar. And then hot on the heels of that, we're live again for 11 o'clock, the end of Group C, as Morocco play Haiti and Scotland play Brazil. And of course, Morocco could finish top of that group. It's all going to probably come down to goal difference, isn't it? After Morocco and Brazil drew with each other. But maybe Scotland go out, maybe Scotland go through. In the early hours of Thursday morning, you've got Czech Republic against Mexico and South Africa against South Korea. I'm not actually doing that because it's a 2 o'clock in the morning game and Mexico have already finished top of the group. So not enough jeopardy for me. But Thursday night at 9 o'clock, there is jeopardy. It's Ivory Coast against Curacao and it's Ecuador against Germany. We'll be live for that. And then midnight, again, loads of jeopardy at the end of Group F as Japan play Sweden and Tunisia play Netherlands. Top of that group, not decided, so they will be going for that one. 3 a.m. on Friday morning, you've got Turkey against United States and Paraguay against Australia. Not watching that because the United States have already qualified as top and Turkey are already going home. And then Friday night at 8 o'clock, it's Norway against France. They've both got maximum points and it's a game with jeopardy for the top of the group, which obviously has a huge impact on that group now. So that's 8 o'clock on Friday for you. And then we're into the weekend where England are playing at 10 o'clock on Saturday night against Panama and Colombia are playing at midnight against Portugal. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's the game of the weekend. Colombia against Portugal, midnight, Saturday morning into Sunday morning. We will be doing that. So looking forward to some of these coming up over the next few days. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel, giving us a follow. Loads of watch-alongs in this World Cup. And remember, on Sunday night, we're into the knockout stages. No more group games. Sunday night, 8 o'clock, is the first game of the last 32. And then it's knockout all the way. Do you think England are going to win it? It would be terribly English for us to beat Croatia playing so well and then come back down to earth. In a way, it's not a bad thing, but I'd like us to win. We'll beat Panama, then you're into the knockout stage. So I would like us to turn this into a positive, keep the momentum going. The thing that worries me about a bad performance is that, you know, you start getting people moaning, the players' mood starts to drop. What I liked about the Croatia game is all the singing of Wonderwall, all the positivity. I'd like to keep that going. What changes would I make at half-time? I agree with Kit, a man. I would bring on O'Reilly at left-back. I don't think that Spencer's worked at left-back. Obviously, you've got Rashford and Saka at some point as well. And potentially Mainu for Rice or Anderson at some point as well might not necessarily be a bad idea, if I'm being completely honest. Let me give you these quiz answers. I gave you a couple of quizzes at halftime with Boyle Sports. So I didn't see anybody actually get this. If you did get this, well done. The question was, in 2011, England beat Ghana in a friendly at Wembley. Who scored the goal? Andy Carroll. I never would have got that. If you got that, well done. And which country has become the first ever to host World Cup matches in 3 different World Cups is, of course, Mexico, Mexico 1970, Mexico 1986, and Mexico 2026. There we go. Just talking about Ball Sports, my bet builder is, I need all these things to come in. Thank you very much to Ball Sports. You can check that out through the link in the description or scan the QR code. Do your own bet builders throughout the World Cup. So for my bet to come off, I've got England to win, Harry Kane to score at any time, Bellingham to have over 1.5 shots, over 2.5 goals, and Yirienki of Ghana to be booked. I'm a little bit, I might change these bookings because we just don't seem to be getting many bookings in this tournament. But Bellingham has, I'm told, had 1 shot, so he's 1 off that. So at least that's not too far off. Remember, 18 plus only, new UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description and on screen. Please bet responsibly, be gamble aware. I'm hearing O'Reilly's coming on, Mark. I want to watch that England Golden Generation. I don't want to watch that with Southgate. I don't want to watch that. Yeah, I'll do player ratings again. I'll do a match reaction with player ratings. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I've just got to grab another hydration for the second half. I'll be 10 seconds. Still bloody 28 degrees. It's dark outside. Well, it's not actually dark outside. Alan Shearer's talking. That'll be riveting. Yeah, hopefully we will see some changes at half-time. What's this? Someone in the chat just said, I hate having to change from ITV to BBC for every game. Oh, mate, it must be so bloody hard to pick your remote control up and just press another button. I mean, God. And they say nurses have it hard. Mate, there's things to moan about, and that ain't one of them. That ain't one of them. HMD and Henry, thanks for your follows over on TikTok. JJ as well. Look, what I'm looking to see in this second half from England is what we saw in the Croatia game. A little bit of, urgency from the first 5 minutes of the second half. And I think we will see it. That first 5 minutes against Croatia, that first 10 minutes of the second half against Croatia was incredible. That's what you get with a tactically adaptable coach. We're not used to that with Gareth Southgate, but I think it's going to be a big part of Thomas Tuchel, especially in tournament football. So I'm hoping that's what we're going to see in this second half. I can't really criticise any England player. I know some people are, but I don't really criticise any England player in this game because I think it's difficult to take a pop at them when, it's difficult to break down, if I'm being completely honest. So, but as much as I can praise Ghana for how they're playing in football, you do have to find a way to break these teams down. One thing that I was thinking about there when I was getting my water is, okay, it's difficult to break a team down like this. It is difficult to break down a team like this. But imagine in the knockout stage, we get a team like Ghana who park the bus and take us to penalties and knock us out. So, you have got to you got to find ways to deal with this, certainly. Alvin and Desmond, thank you very much for your follows. Please do subscribe if you're on YouTube. The Ghanaians are in the tunnel, ready to go. And Ollie Watkins is warming up here. Tactical, you see. Tactical. If Kane's staying on, which he is, that looks to me like a tactical switch of going 2 up front, which is not a bad idea against a low block. And again, that just makes me very encouraged that we have Thomas Tuchel as a manager, because if he's going 2 up front, it just shows you the manager ain't stupid. He gets it. So let's see how quickly that happens. Is this the most boring game yet? I mean, I don't know. But it's not far off, and I don't want that. I think England had probably the most entertaining game in the first group games. We don't want to be the most boring game in the second. But it could be. What's your opinion on Vinnie Jones, says Vid? I like some of his films. Seems like a nice bloke, but as a footballer, there wasn't much, really. He was a bit of a bruiser, wasn't he? Have you seen Sonny in Englishman in New York? It's great. Second half has to be better. Kill the game off. My very first super chat, says DRJ. Thank you, pal. Right, players are out for the second half. No substitutions at the moment, but that can change and may well change with Ollie Watkins potentially warming up. If he does bring Ollie Watkins on, I would hope it's not for Harry Kane and it's actually to stick 2 up front. Probably would take off one of Rice or Anderson and stick Bellingham in the midfield, which is something I'm not opposed to. So that might be quite a clever thing, because I've said before, you could play Morgan Rogers and put Bellingham next to Rice or Anderson. Don't feel like Spence is working at left back though. Easy, give me the ball. I thought you don't do 0-0s. It's coming home. Well, last time I checked, Mr. Carolo, we don't do game over at 45 minutes. So come back at 90 minutes and let's see who does 0-0s. Ghana coach took Egypt to African Cup final against Senegal. He likes to sit and counter with pacey wingers, says Debo. Can Tuchel sub off this weather up front at the hour mark, and then we can complain why the cold isn't clinical enough until the next heat wave, says Mish. No Madueke is clueless on how to deal with a low block. Running into 4 players without passing is foolish, says Skeet. Start bench sell, Vinny, Vinicius Jr. or Vinny Jones, says Daniel Thompson. I'll sell Vinny Jones, I'll start Vinny J, and I'll bench Vinny, whoever they are. Madueke's too raw, says Skeets. We played Wonderwall after beating Croatia, says Simon. What do we play if we draw with Ghana? Don't look back in anger. AFI says, here's one for everyone in the chat. England playing in white or red jerseys. What are your preferences? Cheers from Denmark. Oh, it's got to be white. It's got to be white. Yeah, that's England, isn't it? King says, why are you calling Ghana as Ghana? Well, you're just spelling it differently. Surely the name's Ghana. Am I pronouncing Ghana wrong? Rua says, we need to be urgent from the start. I'm worried more capable, composed teams will score early and will lose control. Really want Tuchel to do well to shut up the haters. Sam says, what do you think of Cantona's acting career? I've not really paid much of attention to it, to be honest. We are trying these long diagonals, but they're not working either. I know why we're trying the long diagonals, because you bypass the press and you try and expose the fullback early. So I understand why we're doing it, but they're not working either. So you try and hit these long diagonals to your winger and get them in a 1v1 situation before their midfield is able to, you know, double up. But that's not a nice ball. Tell you what, though, we have got a manager who will change things. He won't just sit back. Good tackle by Bellingham. Brilliant tackle on Bellingham by Semenyo there. Kane too slow. You know, I'd almost forgive it if it was 35 degrees. It's 20 degrees, and we are acting like we're playing in 30 degrees. This should be bread and butter to us. This type of very sloppy start. Nay says, what do you think about before you go to sleep? Well, sometimes I tell myself a story where I'm like Batman, and you can imagine what goes on. And sometimes I do a little quiz in my head to just get myself off. And sometimes I just do a breathing exercise. Count to 6 in, count to 8 out. What quiz do you do? I've told people this before. So you think of a word like Ghana, and then each letter of Ghana, you have to think of another word. So Ghana. Oh, no! Oh, he's shot wide. Thank God for that. Yeah, so Ghana, G would be Gary Neville. H would be hotel. A would be arsehole. N would be November. Ghana. And A could be aerodynamics. And then with the last letter, aerodynamics becomes the next word. And then A is aeroplane. E is egg. R is rope. You know, and I'd be asleep by now. As most of you are. It does get you off. It's a tactic used by Navy SEALs to get to sleep in under a minute. Get Claire Boulding off. Who's... Oh, I know. Claire Boulding, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Sounds riveting, Mark. Yes, because it's meant to get you to sleep, Jack. That's the whole bloody point. I used to try counting sheep. That never worked. I couldn't get over the fact that sheep would jump in that high. What was on the other side of the fence? What were they running away from? You know, I'm too much of a deep thinker. How you doing, Mark? I'm having a cold brew, says Hamza. I should have grabbed a cold brew, but to be honest with you, this is not really a drinker, is it? Second game of the group stage. Not been a very good performance. You just sort of want to get the win and get out of Dodge. Nothing's probably going to rescue this as a performance now. No way we're going to draw 2 or 3 goals for us, says Limsky. What do you think about... I've done that one from Nay. Thanks for your follow, Darkad. Gordon's got to come off, says Hardbody. I don't want a 0-0. He'll make changes. Madueke, that's fucking rubbish. Nothing's working, is it? It's not working at the moment. Get Saka on, says Mixter. I think he'll bring Saka and Rashford on, to be honest. It's not lack of energy or desire. It's just not working. But look, this is why you need a squad. These wingers stink, apparently. Just get pissed, says Odie. What's your favourite England song? Mine is New Order, World in Motion. Yeah, I think it probably is mine. I do like It's Coming Home, but there's so many versions of it now. I only like the original one in the pub. We need Tipsy Bridge for EPL predictions again, says... oh yeah, we'll get that back, Jade, definitely. Thank you very much. Do you think the formation works? It probably does need a bit of a tweak when you're playing against a team like this. I quite liked the idea when I saw Ollie Watkins warming up of playing a front 2, putting Bellingham next to Rice. I think Rice, Bellingham and Anderson is a little bit of an overkill against a low block. Thankfully nothing happens with the corner there. Catching practice for Pickford. Wow, he's been fouled. Been fouled there. Steenberg update, says Crop. Tottenham are pushing for Tonali despite Newcastle demanding a huge fee for the Italian. Spurs are also pushing for Fernandes and are prepared to beat Man United on the finances. Well, it's not really an update, is it? That's just a repeat. Lee says, boring. I think it's the combination of a rubbish match and the heat today. And some of us were up till 3 AM, so although I don't feel like falling asleep because of that, I do feel slightly fatigued. First name says we need the hydration break so the players can shout, Tuchel can shout at the players. That's a foul, yeah. You can book him for that, ref. He's stopping a quick free kick. That's not a foul on Bellingham, by the way. That's not a penalty on Bellingham. No way. Not for me. It'd be too soft. I don't want to see penalties for that. Gordon's so bad, says Marlow. Hope you're doing well, pal. In both end of the pitch, what kind of sick games are Barcelona up to? It's like they're mocking Rashford. Thank you, Marlow. Gonna lose due to poor team selection, says Hi. Yeah, I don't get the Spence selection. Gerson says, has the match made you doubt Tuchel's tactics? No, I like Tuchel, Gerson. Matty says, my nan thinks you're fit. Can you say hi, Sheila? Hello, Sheila. She's obviously not lost her eyesight yet. Or her faculties. I think it hits 60 minutes and he makes changes. Regular season NFL games in Europe, regular season EPL games in US, says Alpha. No, we're not having that conversation now. We're doing favourite packet of crisps next. Ludo, thanks for your membership. Why do you think Barcelona bought Gordon? Well, who are we to question Barcelona? Good play there between Gordon and Spence. Into Rice, back to Gordon, lays it off to Bellingham, lays it into Madueke. Shoot, for God's sake! Oh, what a shit shot. Everybody did their job there. Gordon, Bellingham. Shot straight at the keeper from Gordon that time. Why did Madueke take so fucking long to get his shot off there? They actually did well. Rice, Gordon, Bellingham, into Madueke. One touch and shoot. Wait, which he sort of did. It was just a shit shot, to be fair. Why didn't Lampard and Gerrard pairing work, says Turkey. Marlow wants to do a poll, Rashford or Gordon. I will sort that for you now. Lampard and Gerrard didn't work together because who's the defensive cover? Gerrard towards the end could have done that, but when they were playing for England, Gerrard was, you know, much more of an attacking midfielder, really. Rashford or Gordon? Well, I think I know which way this is going to go. Here's Rice, Kane, Spence. Madueke won't get that. Yes, he will. And goes for a throw-in. Kiru says, does Madueke know he's got a right foot? Thanks for all your super chats tonight, by the way. If you are on YouTube, please do give us a subscribe. Ghana are on the break here. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Ghana wants a foul there. Thank God the referee has started playing on, like every other referee in this tournament, and stopped giving every bloody soft foul. Here's Anthony Gordon. Oh my God, I think he's coming off. He's won the World Cup. In fairness, I think that's the closest Ghana are ever going to get to the World Cup. Bellingham. No one in the box. Mr. Neutral, thanks for the follow. An hour. Well, 59 minutes. Got no different makers on the wing, says Sad. Trouble with these types of crosses is, if you're a defender, they're easy to defend. I think he's given a foul on Anthony Gordon here. Rob says Goldbridge plus World Cup equals happiness. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It was a little bit late on Anthony Gordon, to be fair. This is not a 0-0 game, Anthony. I refuse to do 0-0 games. Goldbridge don't do 0-0. There's plenty of time yet. I didn't do the Spain game. I didn't do the Spain game. You got that one wrong. Ghana player like Arsenal in the final, says Multifrex. Rice with the cross. Overhit. Or is it? Anderson. Corner. He's on the back post. He's unmarked. But it's a crowded... yeah, you're going to struggle to find that through there. Nathan and Shane Miller, thanks for your follows. Corner here for England again. 83% went with Rashford over Gordon. No surprises there. Rice with the corner. And another header over the bar. We need subs, says Luke. I think he's got to look at subs. We're not managed by Southgate anymore. We don't need nepotism. Subs. Bench is stacked, exactly. What's all this knobhead behaviour with the cameramen at the World Cup where fans are being performative? Can we just not get natural fan reaction without, I'm going to be on you in a minute? Here's Anthony Gordon. It's gone for a throw into... I think substitutes need to happen fast. I'd bring Nathan O'Reilly on at left back. Oh, right. He's giving it. To be fair, I don't think the referee was going to give it, but Harry Kane got caught. Definitely was a foul. Definitely was a foul. Not Nathan, Nico. Sorry, Nico O'Reilly. I don't know who Nathan is. Tell you what, people never think about how hot it is when it's hot and you're doing streaming, because you've got all the bloody tech adding to the heat in the room. Anderson with the shot. Gordon, late off. Madueke, fuck off. He's got to make subs. Need to make some subs here. Need to make some subs, mate. Romano says that Atletico Madrid have filed a complaint against Barcelona to FIFA. Okay. Can't see any England players. There's two Ghana players that are coming on. I mean, it's strange that we're not lining up substitutes here. There we go. O'Reilly and Saka. I don't mind a bit of that. I really don't think Spencer's worked at left back at all. I mean, he might take Reece James off and put Spence at right back, to be honest, but yeah, intelligent substitutions there. Rashford's had a bit of an injury, by the way. He had a bit of an injury after the Croatia game, so Rashford might not be fully fit. See, every bloody fan knows the camera's on them. Gordon's off. So Madueke probably goes to the left. So people moaning about Gordon staying on, he's off. It's actually Spence and Gordon off, and O'Reilly and Saka on. So Madueke probably goes to the left, I think. Nipsa says Madueke or Bowen. Bowen is clear for me. Do you have a TV license? I do. I've always had a TV license, Armin. I'm unorthodox like that. Why do Tuchel and Barca prefer Garden over Rashford, says Marlow. Probably work rate, if I'm being honest, for England. Jake says, what whoop have you got and bad recoveries during the World Cup? Yeah, my recoveries, I'll tell you, mate, just because we're waiting for these subs. I was doing all right before the World Cup. I was getting quite a lot of... I've been getting down the park a lot with Seb, practicing his shooting, chasing a lot of balls. So I was doing really well. But, oh God, this is the problem with it. My recovery last night was yellow, 53%. And in the last 7 days, I've had lots of yellows. I'm just not getting enough sleep. To people who don't know what we're talking about, it's a recovery watch. Oh, Pickford's been hit here, but Ghana want the foul themselves. Let's have a look. I think it's 50-50. I don't think he gets the ball. No, they hit each other. Yeah, they're both as bad as each other there. They both sort of foul each other. Let's be honest, the Ghana player almost puts his bloody foot up. Could be a red for Ghana, says Kulo. He did stick his foot in the air, but nothing's going to happen. Come on, England. It's going to be a bloody hydration. I mean, this game's been so stop-start. I'm fully confident Mexico will beat England, says Young. Well, this is what I mean. You could imagine this being at the Azteca, Mexico being well organised. You literally could imagine it. Honesty, pal, says Sam. Not happy with the subs, not enough. Odie says, who else is having a cold shower before bed tonight? Oh, 100%. You've got to do it. Unless it's not hot where you live. True Gent says, I've had more tugs exciting than Earth. Okay. Kane! Oh. For a minute, I thought I was watching Bayern Kane, who on the edge of the box finds the bottom corner all the time. That was a half a chance for Kane, but you wouldn't bet against him. I mean, most people wouldn't expect to be scoring from there. He wasn't even in the box, but better. Very physical game here. Referee lets it go. Don't mind that. People are saying Pickford got away with one. I saw it the other way. I think you could say that the Ghana player left his studs in as well. I thought they were both as bad as each other. Nice Chinese for T-Mark. Highlight of my night, says Steve. Enjoy. I think I'm going to get a takeaway tomorrow. It's so hot. Cooking's a bad idea because it just puts heat in your kitchen. Someone just said the England team graphic is broken and I've got OCD. I can't see what you mean. Can you explain the TV license to us non-English, says Brent Silvertunnel. Well, basically, we used to have 4 channels in the UK. BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, Channel 4. ITV and Channel 4 are independent TV companies that survive on advertising. The BBC channels, BBC One and BBC Two, don't have adverts. They have a TV license, which everybody has to pay if they want to watch those channels. So they're funded by the TV license, whereas ITV is funded by advertising. Hydration break. Oh, God, this is a struggle. I've only had 4 hours sleep last night. Player rater, scan here. I tell you what, that's like finding a needle in a haystack, isn't it? Man of the match for England. I'm struggling, to be honest. Really struggling. I think Anderson's done all right. I don't know. If it's hot, can we have Goldbridge tomorrow? Says Mullipat. We've definitely got Goldbridge on Friday because Beth's doing the morning show, so I'll do the afternoon show in the garden. But we'll see. I'd have to do it in the morning, which is a bit more of a rush. Thanks for the follow, Toby, Supernova, and Christopher. Really appreciate you. Who's staying up for Panama, Croatia? Absolutely not. Anderson's going to be a very good signing for Manchester City. Lost Lukibo says, squad is not good enough. Other big nations like Spain, France and Germany just have better quality players. It's been poor from England today. I've got to be honest, I'm very positive about what we can do. But this does feel like past World Cups where, you know, you probably get a little bit hyped and then you see a reality game. And unfortunately, if you can produce a performance like this, it does make you get concerned about later in the tournament because you can't trust. You can't trust if you can perform like this. There is an issue with beating a low block. I would acknowledge that. But the England fans look happy in Boston. Rodgers is coming on for Jude Bellingham, I think. And Eze is coming on as well. Anderson. Well, we're going to go and attack. Fair play. We're going to attack here. Anderson and Bellingham off. Eze and Rodgers on. Which means we've got Eze, Rodgers, Saka and Madueke still on the pitch. I don't think Rashford's fit. Rashford can't be fit. If he's not using him, Rashford can't be fit. I know there was talk about a muscle issue a few days ago. You don't want to risk that. Look, it's a very attacking England for the last 20 minutes. Let's see what we can do. I like it. Why not? I think Thomas Tuchel looks at games and sees them as opportunities and thinks, look, what if we were losing this game 1-0 later in the tournament and a team's parking the bus? Let's see what we can do with 20 minutes. How many chances and goals can we score? Paul Revere in Boston. 1 light if by land, 2 if by sea. 0 goals were scored that day as well, says Alpha. Thank you very much. George says, new to Premier League, watched all season from America. Cole Palmer makes things happen on the field. Should be on England squad definitely. To see the coach criticise his effort irritates me. Thank you, George. I mean, I'm a big fan of Cole Palmer, but I do back Tuchel picking a squad of players that he trusts. Southgate would never took Bellingham off. Respect, says Janus. No, he wouldn't. Southgate would be parking the bus for 0-0 as well. They'd just be stood there, passing it side to side. Darren Green says, I thought I'd mention the Beth Mike Keegan United stand from earlier. One of the best informative ones I've seen, just breaking up monotony of the game. It was very good, mate. I think Mike Keegan's a very good journalist, actually. We're very pleased to have him on. And I thought it was a very interesting insights beyond Fernandes might want to come to United. We actually got the reasoning why it might not happen, and what's actually going on at Spurs and stuff. So I found it interesting. Another corner wasted, or is it? Madueke in the box. I think it's another corner. No, it's a goal kick. My player ratings will be quite on point in my match reaction. I think for Madueke at the moment, probably a 5. 6 being average. I think he's been below today. What are your thoughts on the grounds in this World Cup? Do you like the modern ones or the traditional ones in Europe better? I don't really get into that, Man United 7. I really enjoy... I think these stadiums give a distinctive American feel to this World Cup. And then you've got the Azteca, etc. It's a World Cup. You want it to feel like a World Cup, don't you? Oh, fucking get up. This is not a... You shouldn't be stopping the game for this, ref. Fuck off to the Premier League, you knobhead. There's nothing wrong with him. He stands in front of Harry Kane and then dives on the floor and then doesn't want to get up because he's trying to eat up the clock. This referee should never get another World Cup game. He has absolutely fell for every trick in the book. Has he never fucking refereed a game where a team parks the bus before? He's so naive, he probably fucking puts his tooth under the fucking pillow and thinks the tooth fairy's going to come. This referee has been absolutely mugged off. He's fell for every trick in the book. And it's a shame because every other game, they don't fall for it. I don't know where the referee's from. I don't know. Doesn't matter where he's from. He's a crap ref. I won't be surprised if he's from Stoke and he's part of the PGML, but he can't be because they wouldn't be able to do the England game. The referee is Said Martinez. Unfortunately for him, he's had a crap game. He is Honduran referee. Now it's Ghana on the break. Oh, it's a chance. Don't fucking do this. Oh, God, what a mess. What a mess. Could have been a penalty. He's onside. Definitely could have been a bloody penalty. Maybe the Ghana player should have stayed down. That's a penalty. That will be a penalty. Why did he try and score? He should have stayed down. Ghana should have had a penalty there. And we're playing on. That was a penalty. Oh, it was offside. There was an off. Well, he wasn't offside. He wasn't offside. He looked miles on. He wasn't off. He was offside after the shot. The guy, he wasn't offside before the shot. That was a penalty. I'm telling you now. I want England to win, but you know me. I do it with United all the time. I'm not gonna hide behind bad decisions. That should have been a penalty there. Semenyo was offside after the shot. The guy who ran through was onside. Basically, let me explain it to you. You know when he ran through, he was onside. When he was fouled, he was legal. It was after he'd been fouled where there was an offside. So the offside has got nothing to do with it. You either think that's a foul or not. And Konza got none of the ball. That should have been a penalty. Andrew said he took the shot. Well, I think that might have gone against him, Andrew, to be honest, but that's not the rule. You know, trying to stay on your feet or trying to have a shot doesn't negate the fact that you fouled. Put it this way. If you ran through on goal and somebody stood at you in the leg and ripped your calf off and you still took the shot because you're in shock that you didn't realise that half your leg was hanging off, do you think they'd say, nah, it's not a penalty because you took a shot? Should have been a penalty. Strange it didn't get given. England very lucky here. And lessons to be learnt, certainly. It's been poor. Defo need a draw. Will you be up at 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. Last 16 on a weekday? Need to come second, says Tomo. No, we're playing at 5 o'clock next week if we top the group. Constantine says, I would have thought I would have heard more of the England fans chanting. What gives? Then the linesman got it wrong as well, says Majid. Can I ask you something? Look, I did say the referee was shit. They seem to have got a lot wrong here. Can I ask you something as a Belgian? You called Belgium dreadful, which they were, but England are having exactly the same game now. Low block, says Quint. Yeah, mate, look, I'll do my match reaction. I'll be very, very honest. We've been poor. Gahey is good, says Skeet. Ollie Watkins needs to be the last sub, says Delgado. What are your thoughts? I've done that one, thank you. Thanks for the follow, Clash and Sheridan and Toure and Magnus. Appreciate you. Max says, does anyone not think that was a penalty? Well, I have a poll on YouTube if anyone wants to vote on it. Was it a penalty for Ghana? Look, I'm sure a lot of people who support Ghana will be saying Goldbridge is really fair, but I'm always fair when I can be. And as much as I want England to win, I can't deny what your eyes show you. Konza got absolutely none of the ball and was 100%. I always look at it like this. What was Konza doing? He was trying to get the ball. Did he get the ball? No. So Rashford comes on for 8 minutes. Maybe he should have come on for 20. He wasn't offside. You know what? You can lead a horse to water. If they don't drink it, they're stupid, aren't they? He wasn't offside. The offside was after the foul for Semenyo. Saka makes England better. Yeah, well, Saka will be starting for England the more the tournament goes on. We've just got to manage him a little bit. Mario says Gordon runs like a constipated PE teacher with IBS. Mario, that makes it sound like you've got a fetish for constipated PE teachers with IBS, because I don't even know what a constipated PE teacher with IBS runs like. Marville says, Tuchel exciting football, you said. I don't think this is anything like the way Southgate played football, mate. And I don't remember Southgate with 20 minutes to go taking off 2 midfielders and putting on 2 attackers. I think Tuchel's tried. Unfortunately, I think the players have been very poor today for whatever reason. Maybe they've believed their own hype, I don't know. But look, give Ghana credit. The game plan has worked very, very well. They've defended strongly and they've nearly scored a goal themselves. Would you start Spence again? No. Did not like that team selection at all. I'll be honest. Yeah, did not like that. $84 minutes. I think the way this game's gone, you'd almost take full time and just put this one to bed, really. See what we can do against Panama. Rice gets it to Saka. Go on. He'll shoot, you know. Oh, good save by the keeper, and it just wouldn't drop for an England player. And why should it? Why should it? Kane has got to use Rodgers. Reece James. Oh, he's at the post. Right! Oh, Kane, what the fuck? What the fuck? Of all the people. Of all the people. How has he missed? O'Reilly hits the bar and then Kane from 6 yards out has volleyed it over the bar. And that's it. How the fuck has he done that? Brilliant header by Nathan O'Reilly, by the way. Nico O'Reilly. And Saka's made a difference as well. Saka and O'Reilly have got to start next game, but Harry Kane. Humble says, I thought I was going to struggle to sleep tonight due to the heat, but thankfully England is sending me to sleep, says Humble Lamb. Chris says, I wish I had a good question to ask. If Panama win, England v Panama to top the group, says Alpha. And JMR says there was no offside after the foul either. James was the furthest back. Should have been a penalty. Hate to say it, says JMR. 80% of you say it should have been a penalty to Ghana and 20% say not. If you are watching on YouTube, by the way, please do click and subscribe. We are very close to 489,000. We're only 100 away, so please do click and subscribe. Thanks everybody who's tuned in tonight. Scotland, Brazil tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, and we've got the 8 o'clock game for you as well as the group game, as the group stage draws to a close. It's just doesn't feel like it's going to be England's night tonight. Although we were a bit fortunate to not concede a penalty, you'd expect Harry Kane to score that. Maybe there's another chance. Lots of attackers on the pitch for England now. Oh my God, they're like a bunch of strangers tonight. They really are. I will be doing a match reaction and a player rating show, yes. Goldbridge is going to get a 0-0 here. I mean, this is what you get for being arrogant. I don't do 0-0s. I just don't do 0-0s. And then I do a 0-0 watching my own bloody country. I blame Kane. Rashford. Good header, cleared away. Oh, for fuck's sake, ref. I'll tell you what, I haven't seen a ref this shit in ages. This ref should never ref again. The amount of gullible free kicks he's given today. Yeah, and the worst bet builder I've had of the tournament so far. England to win, Kane to score, Bellingham to have over 2 shots, over 3 goals in the game, and a booking for Ghana's midfielder. I don't think we've had a booking at all, have we? Another game with no bookings. Oh, Rice got booked. Yeah, Rice got booked. Yeah, but you know what? In a normal game, you'd get 3 or 4 bookings. The World Cup, they don't book anyone. Really. 6 minutes added on. Tell you what, Ghana have been very physical as well. No fucking about from Ghana. They've no quarter given. They've been physical. They've worked really hard. I tell you what, you can be proud of your performance, Ghana. Of course, it's a park the bus performance, but you needed a point. You qualify. Job done. They can be very, very proud of their performance tonight. England, not so much so. Shocking performance from England. That's my title. Is what it is. Corner Declan Rice. Every one of our corners has been shit as well tonight, so don't hold out much for this. Absolute shit. Yeah. Just blow the whistle. Blow the whistle, ref. It's the one thing you could do competently tonight. It's a shame because the officiating's been very good in this tournament, but not tonight. Not tonight. Panama on Saturday night at 10 o'clock is England's next game. And then if we win the group, we play next Wednesday at 5. Go on, Rodgers. Pass. Go on, Rodgers. You've got to pass. They'll foul you. Rashford wins a corner. Well done. Then again, I don't know why I'm clapping a corner for, because our corners have been shit. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok, by the way, Kobe, and thanks everybody who's subscribed here. $24,000 watching. Thank you so much. Rice with another corner that's not good enough. Off the line. Off the line. From Gahey's header. They're not going to let anything in that goal, Ghana. Keeper gets it done. 3 minutes to go. Is there a chance we don't top the group? Not really, because we've drawn with Ghana. We beat Croatia. And they only beat Panama 1-0. So as long as we beat Panama by more than 1 goal, we'll have better goal difference, won't we? We'll top the group. We'll top the group. It's just a disappointing performance, but we'll top the group. As long as we don't lose, we'll top the group. Yeah, it's my first 0-0 game and England have provided it. I mean, it's not one I could have avoided, to be honest. I did think it would be tight, though. I did say in the preview I thought it would be a low-scoring win. Another corner for England. The chance was that, I mean, O'Reilly has to start the next game. I know Saka's carrying a bit of an injury. Maybe I don't understand why Spence started the game. We're much better with O'Reilly. I don't get the Spence thing at all. A minute to go. Ethan says it's frustrating, but it's going to be irrelevant. And if mate, this is not going to stop us winning it. It would just add a few doubters to the fact that we can't win it. Spence is important. I don't really get what he's important at. And Saka is given another free kick there. I'll tell you what. My biggest frustration here is not Ghana. I hope this referee never referees again in this World Cup because he's fucking shit. It's like watching the PGMOL. I've really enjoyed the refereeing in this tournament. Let the game flow. I'm not going to fall for any of the silly fouls. He'd fucking fall for anything, he would. I tell you what, it'd be a right good laugh down the pub because he'd laugh at anything. Mr. Gullible. Absolute shit, ref. I never want to watch a game of football like this again. Every little fall. Foul. Foul. Mr. Stop-Start. Howard Webb's probably loving this. This is my kind of football. Stop-start. The only thing it's missing is long throw-ins. That's the final whistle. 0-0. I do 0-0s. And I do them for England. Ghana go through to the next stage. Carlos Queiroz is over the moon. 4 points for Ghana. They go through. Maybe they can scam. Scam's not the right word. Maybe they can haramball their way all the way through to a quarter-final. But I'll be definitely trying to avoid the Ghana game in the knockout stage because it will probably be the same as this. But look, credit to Ghana. They've defended really well. It's just not great to watch, is it? They've done what they've done. England's job is to deal with it, and we definitely didn't it. Ghana wins 0-0. I tell you what though, Ghana should have had a penalty. Ghana should have had a penalty. I still don't understand that. 80% of you said it was a penalty. I tweeted it on X, and loads of people saying it as well. There we go. Right, I'm going to go and record a match reaction, and then I'm going to go and watch a film and rescue my evening. We're back at 8 o'clock tomorrow night with Watchalongs. There was a very good United Stand show, if you missed it, earlier on about Tottenham and Fernandes and everything about that. And I'm going to upload a match reaction in about 10 minutes as well. Scotland-Brazil tomorrow night at 11 o'clock as well. We're doing that as well. Thank you to all of you. That's all I can say. Thank you to all of you for getting involved on TikTok and on YouTube. We'll have better days. Hopefully as England fans we'll have better days, but we'll certainly have better days in the World Cup because that was shit. Thank you so much to Boyle Sports as well. Don't forget, 18 plus only, new UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions in the description and on the screen. Please bet responsibly. Please be gamble aware. The next game on That's Football is Bosnia, Qatar and Switzerland, Canada at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then, as I said, Scotland, Brazil at 11. My bet builder was shit. Yeah, bit like England. Speak to you in a bit. Take care. Thanks for watching.